Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma at the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon in Duncan, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, behind the scenes at Murchie's Tea, and we interview a modern matchmaker. And our arts and entertainment show is keeping their chin up. All that and more on Go Island. Hello and welcome to Go Island. We have such a great show for you. It will get you so excited about the Easter long weekend because we've got daffodils, we've got some cool stories, and we've got such a beautiful special event happening right behind us. It's the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon right here in Duncan.
Absolutely.
Debi, look at these handsome men dressed in red, the RCMP and music and people. What's going on here?
Oh my goodness. Well, as you said, it is the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon put on by our Cowichan Valley Canadian Cancer Society unit. These volunteers work hard. Everything has been donated from the food. The community really captures this event by supporting it. 300 people sold out every year. They're happy to be here. Everyone's been touched by cancer some way, somehow. And this really speaks to celebrating people on their cancer journey. The daffodil, hope, and coming together as a community. And Duncan community is amazing.
Now, this really is a role model for all communities across our country on how we can come together to make a difference. Because I don't know about you, but this is what I have learned in all the years of community television. When you come together as a community to raise money and hope for something like a cure for cancer, you don't just raise money. You actually, there's like a synergy that goes out into the universe, a magic that happens that really creates miracles of hope. Do you find that when something like this happens?
Well, even just walking into the room today, I don't know if you found it, but it was a very humbling experience. Everyone's here, the buzz in the room, what they're here for, again, to celebrate people on their cancer journey, coming together, raising funds through donations for daffodil pins. It really speaks to the incredible commitment from our RCMP who do the service. We have 14 members here today, donating their time here to serve the tables. Merchants have donated all the goods. We've had volunteers doing the baking. The baking on the table is actually handmade by our volunteers.
We're going to tell you a little bit more about what's going on here today. It will truly warm your heart. But first, we are famous for our coffee here on Vancouver Island, but what about our tea? Well, there's one place that's been serving tea for years. It's one of my favorite places to go. And our very own Jen Moran has decided to drop by Murchie's and get in an apron and get in the kitchen and help them get ready for one of their busiest weekends of the year, Easter. Thank you so much for that story, Jan. It made me hungry and it just made me want to sit down and have a cup of tea. We are here in Duncan at the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon, which really is a celebration of hope. Now tell us, Chris, what do you do in order to create this incredible success that we have here in Duncan?
It's not just me. I have a very small part, but we have a lot of volunteers, probably 350 to 400 volunteers this time of year, doing the door-to-door, selling daffodil pins. We want everybody wearing those, of course. And we put on this fantastic luncheon to kick off the month of April. April is the big month for the Cancer Society to raise as much money as we can.
We are going to continue to have fun here. We're going to talk to an RCMP officer all dressed up in their garb. I love that in just a moment. But first, matchmakers. Yes, they aren't just from a time gone past. Remember the matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. In fact, I was Yenta the matchmaker in Fiddle on the Roof when I was at university. But there's a brand new modern matchmaker out there who has some tips and ideas on how to make sure that you know how to find that special person in your life. We're here in Duncan celebrating community because it's the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon where the community comes together to kick off the big month where we all come together to raise money for cancer research. And I am so impressed because these very handsome RCMP officers have dressed up and have come together to serve. They have been the service day, and we're here with the Inspector Hugo. You look so handsome in your garb, sir.
Appreciate it.
I'm telling you, I love this RCMP.
We love the flattery.
I love it. Why do you take your time to come out here and serve at this luncheon?
Well, I can tell you there isn't anyone in the room that hasn't been touched in their personal lives by cancer, whether it be a friend, family member, or colleague. that goes the same with our RCMP family. We have lost colleagues. We've had colleagues affected with long-term illness. Cancer touches the community, so we feel that we're obligated, not only as police officers, but as community residents and citizens, to give back a little to our community. And that's our way of saying thanks and showing support for the cancer movement.
We have to take a quick break, but please stay with us, because when we come back, we have, seriously, the funniest preview to the scene I have ever witnessed. I've watched it over and over again just so I can laugh. We are here at the 18th annual Daffodil Lunch, where there is home-baked cooking, some beautiful spirit here, and we are so pleased to be part of an event that has truly shown the world how, when community comes together, we can make a big difference. Tell us about sort of the history of the movement here in Duncan and how it's made. Just really, it's set the standard for how community can make a difference, especially when it comes to coming together in such a big way.
The Cowichan community has, for the past 18 years, put on this luncheon, and it truly has become the flagship of what the Daffodil Luncheon is all about. And we are so grateful for all the support that they've provided us. And one of the benefits that we have to talk about in joining the fight against cancer is the fact that still every 3 minutes another Canadian is diagnosed with this dreaded disease. So the Canadian Cancer Society still wants to know that you're not alone.
Well, her name sounds like Daffodil. It's Daphne Good, who was my mentor when I first started in television. She's at this luncheon today, big supporter of this organization. So I have to have her help me. So Daphne, you have to throw to our next story.
Thanks a lot, Karen. Well, it's the pride and joy of Qualicum. Once facing the wrecking ball, the old schoolhouse is really the artistic heart and soul of Qualicum. Rayanne LaPlante has the story.
We have had so much fun at the 18th annual Daffodil Luncheon right here in Duncan, and there are two women here who have put their heart and soul into putting this together. How many hours did you guys put into coleslaw making and driving this forward and creating a sold-out successful event? How many hours would you say? A million?
Close.
Why do you do it?
It feels like it.
It feels like a million. Why do you both contribute in such a big way?
I just think it's a great service to perform for the community. There's a lot of people that need our help a lot more than we do. So if we can help them in any way, and I think the Daffodil Lunch is the perfect way of kicking off a great campaign for our community.
Well, I became involved in the first place because my husband fought cancer for 10 years, and I realized there was so much I needed to know about it. And then I was touched myself. I had breast cancer and survived, and I just can't give back enough.
How can people get involved?
You can show your colors and your support to anybody going through a cancer journey. You could visit us on our Facebook page, that's Canadian Cancer Society, BCY, or you can tweet on Twitter with the hashtag #MyDaffodil, or send us pictures of you wearing your daffodil or wearing your daffodil in your community. We'd love to see them.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Daphne, for helping bring us, Shaw TV, as part of this event. It's been so inspiring today. Thank you so much for watching.